Okay, so I am back again with another Star Fun. It will be on Trump, based on you all's requests. I thank you all for the requests I've been getting. I actually have a lot of them to go, from Instagram to Facebook to YouTube. So they've just been coming in. At some point, I had almost wanted to reject the Trump's messages. I don't know why. I just felt like it because I can imagine how everybody looks when I'm done with it. Even myself. Sometimes I'm in shock about the messages that I hear about Trump. But that's the good part about it. Um, it's not about our perspective. It's about truth. So, first thing you wanted to know was how Trump feels. He feels bad. I felt so much remorse. I felt so much apologies and sorries and guilt and shame inside of him. I don't see it on the outside, but inside of him, I can hear him promising that he will never do something like this again. But at the same time, I don't feel like he's taking a full accountability of what he has done or what he has said. Okay? So he's kind of making me feel like I was told to do this. I was advised to do this. They led me the wrong way. He kind of makes me feel like he's been set up to walk towards this impeachment process, because that's your next question. Will he be impeached? First things first, he's telling me that he was influenced to do what he did. He's telling me that he believes that he was set up. He's telling me that he will never listen to that person or group again. So that's one thing that I hear. He's telling me that he's going to act and move in a different direction next time. He's abandoning the people who suggested him to do this. See, he's still not taking responsibility, but he's basically saying, he's not saying, I won't do this again. He's telling me that I will never listen to those people again. Maybe that's righteous for him. But he's basically saying that he has turned his back on some certain people. He will not listen to those people. These people, I just see I'm laughing right now. I believe that this is true right here because I see people laughing. I see a dark hair gentleman, hair slicked to the side, laughing at him. I see his friends. I see dinner. I see the dinner party. I see where they talked about this and advised this. I can see how it happened. He was in his downtime time and probably downtown, downtown and downtime, talking with people who advised him to do what he did. Make the call, whatever it was. The reasons for being impeached. That's what I'm hearing. And he took that conversation and went for it. But he's pointing a finger at them instead of himself. He didn't get permission. He didn't go talk to anybody higher up. He didn't get an advisor. He didn't do none of that. He's basically telling me that he didn't know that this would happen by doing that. He's basically telling me I didn't know that will be trouble. But yet still not taking accountability of, I'm sorry I failed. So he's walking away from people who influenced him to do that. He's never going to reunite with them people again. He's serious about that. They are finished. They're fired, as he would say. He is not walking away from doing what he feel is right. And right now, getting away from those people is right to him. He's never going to entangle himself in that. He want to focus on making America great again, and he want to get back to the purpose of his work. You don't want to deal with that anymore. He want that to be over. But it is someone that he's very, very frustrated with. I think it's 3 people. Yeah, it's 3 people. Sure is. On the flip side of that, he's basically saying that this was meant to be. He's saying that I needed this. This was tough love. This is what I needed. I needed to realize that this was serious. That's amazing. He's basically telling me, like, now I realize I'm a president. Now I realize how serious this is. Now I realize that I'm destined, I guess, to be in this situation. He's telling me it was a wake-up call for him. He needed this to happen so he can see how serious things are. It feels so late, but this is what I hear. Okay, here's a summary again. The reason they are trying to impeach him, he is telling me that he did not do that alone. He was influenced, and he will never communicate with those people again. He do not want to reunite with them. He thought that they were friends, long-term friends. They advised him, and they gave him the idea, and he went forward on his own without making contact with anyone. This was a conversation downtime. I must keep that. This conversation was between him and 3 other people. One looks like a dark-haired person. Hair is slick, dark. Looks like it's slick to the left, I want to say. Younger guy, or maybe an older guy that covers his gray hair. I don't know. But he had a casual conversation. He took it into the office, and he said he want to be done with them people. He want to be done with this situation, and he want to get back to the purpose of what he's supposed to be doing. And he want to get back to making things great again. He want to get back to the function of his position. He says that he needed this to happen. He appreciate what's happening. He said it's a wake-up call to him. He needed this. He believed that this was destined for it to happen. And it shook his soul to a point where he's looking at it as tough love. He's looking at this situation as, thank you for waking me up. All right, I'm done with that. You asked the next question. I'm sorry, I have a cold. It happens a lot. Will he be impeached? Amazingly, I have a no. It shocks me when I do this because it's so bold, the stuff that's happening, and the feelings across the nation is so bold. But when I come into his messages, it speaks differently, and it speaks with a covering or a mandate. I can't explain that. Only thing I could tell you, these are very strong messages, and there's a very, very strong purpose in this. Will he be impeached? I have no movement. No movement. Lots of conversation. Lots of it. But no movement. No movement at all. Um, I do got him, excuse me, I do have him getting some assistance and getting some help. I got a lot of fire signs around him that will be helping him in this situation. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius will be helping him, defending for him. They will be rising up on his behalf. He will not be doing any fighting. He doesn't have to. But although there will be a lot of conversation, I don't see any movement on the process. And I see all these fire signs coming into, I just heard combat. They'll be fighting on his behalf. It is amazing. There is no judgment on this. He will be holding on tight and he will be guarded. I actually think he will speak less during this time than ever because of the shaking of the spirit that it causes inside of him. This actually scares him this time. And I want to say this time because that's the way I feel it. Like I needed this wake-up call. I needed to see how serious this is. Yeah, I really do feel like that. I really do. So, there you have it. He will be quiet more. He will speak less. He will hold on tight. He will guard his heart and guard himself. And I don't see any movement in impeachment. And I see lots of conversation about it. I see these fire signs standing like warriors to protect him. I see him dropping people that he used to talk to. I don't see no judgment on this. So we will come back. We will check it again and see if anything shifts, if anything changes. And thank you again for the request. I appreciate it. If there's someone else you would like me to check into, you can just comment below. God bless you.